If you are a Canadian senior and you think the government only sends you one or two payments this month, you might be leaving hundreds, possibly thousands of dollars sitting unclaimed right now. May 2026 is one of the most important months of the year for senior benefits, and the number 8 on this list alone has caused so many people to miss out that it almost feels like a secret the system never told you about. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what is hitting your bank account this month, when it arrives, how much you should expect, and most importantly, what the majority of seniors are doing wrong that is quietly costing them money they are fully entitled to. And before we go any further, if you want to make sure you never miss a benefits update, a payment date change, or a government announcement that affects your wallet, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover this stuff every single week, so you do not have to dig through government websites on your own. Now let us get into it, because this is genuinely urgent. May 2026 is actually the last full month before some of these programs change significantly in July. That means what you do, or do not do, before the end of this month could directly affect the payments you receive going into the second half of the year. So pay close attention. The first payment hitting seniors this month is the Canada Pension Plan, arriving on May 27, 2026. CPP is the one most people know about, and it is the one tied directly to how much you worked and contributed over your lifetime. But here is something a lot of retirees do not realize. If you are still working part-time and you are under 70, you could actually be building on top of what you already receive through something called the CPP post-retirement benefit. Every year you contribute, your monthly amount goes up slightly. Most people never bother because they think their CPP is locked in. It is not. That assumption alone is costing some seniors an extra $50 to $100 a month they are walking away from. Immigration News Canada payment number 2 is Old Age Security, also depositing on May 27th alongside CPP. For the April to June 2026 quarter, if you are between 65 and 74 years old, the maximum monthly OAS amount is now $743.05. If you are 75 or older, that number rises to $817.36. Recognizing the higher healthcare and living costs that come with age, OAS benefits increased by 0.1% for this quarter, representing a 2.1% increase over the past year. That might sound small, but over 12 months on a fixed income, every dollar adds up, and the key thing to understand is that OAS is guaranteed never to go down, even if the cost of living dips. It only ever adjusts upward. Immigration News Canada +2. Now here's where it starts getting interesting, because most people stop at CPP and OAS and think that is the full picture. It is not even close. Payment number 3 is the Guaranteed Income Supplement, or GIS, and for May 2026, the maximum monthly GIS amount for a single, widowed, or divorced senior is $109.85. Combined, a low-income single senior could be receiving over $1,800 per month between OAS and GIS alone, and the GIS portion is completely tax-free. But here's the devastating part. Thousands of eligible seniors across Canada are not receiving this money. Why? Because they either did not apply, or they filed their taxes late, or they did not file at all. Your GIS amount is recalculated every July based on the previous year's tax return. Your July 2026 GIS will be based on your 2025 income, which was due by April 30th, 2026. If you miss that deadline, your GIS could be interrupted or reduced. If you know a senior who has not filed yet, please share this video with them today. Pension Canada +2. Payment number 4 is the Allowance for Survivor, which pays up to $1,682.15 per month for seniors between 60 and 64 whose spouse or common law partner has passed away. This one is heartbreaking to talk about because so many people who qualify have never even heard of it. It is not well advertised, and Service Canada does not automatically reach out to tell you that you qualify. You have to apply. If you are a widow or widower approaching retirement age, please check your eligibility for this benefit because it could be making a real difference in your monthly income right now. Pension Canada payment number 5 is the Canadian Dental Care Plan. The Canadian Dental Care Plan is administered through Service Canada and is available to eligible seniors who meet the income requirements. The average Canadian senior spends thousands of dollars on dental care every year. This plan was designed specifically to stop that from draining retirement savings, and yet enrollment remains lower than it should be. If you or a family member has not checked eligibility for this plan, do it this week. The financial relief it offers is not trivial. Canada.ca. Now we get to number 6, the one most seniors miss, and this is the Ontario Trillium Benefit. If you live in Ontario, listen very carefully. The Ontario Trillium Benefit combines 3 separate credits into a single tax-free payment covering energy costs, property taxes, and sales tax. For seniors 65 and older, the maximum annual amount is $1,461. The reason so many people miss this is because it is provincial, not federal, and it comes through the CRA as part of your tax return, which circles us back to why filing that return on time is so critical. If you rent, own, or even live in a long-term care home in Ontario, you may qualify. People are leaving this money on the table every single year simply because they did not check a few boxes on their tax return. Do not be one of them. TCF FCA payment number 7 is the Ontario Guaranteed Annual Income System, known as GAINS. Eligible seniors can receive up to $90 per month, and this runs through to June 30th, 2026, which means May is one of the final payments at current rates before the benefit year resets. GAINS is stacked on top of OAS and GIS, which means it is additional money, not a replacement. If you had little or no private income in 2024, you could be receiving the maximum. Again, this requires your taxes to have been filed correctly. Ontario, and payment number 8 is the Veteran Disability Pension, which applies to Canadian veterans and in some cases, their survivors. Monthly payments under the Veteran Disability Pension range from $69.60 to $1,391.98 depending on the nature of your disability and your number of dependents. This is one of the most underutilized benefits in the entire system. Veterans who served in the Second World War, the Korean War, and beyond may qualify, and yet applications remain below what the eligible population should be generating. If you served, or if your parent or grandparent served and is still alive, please look into this immediately. Daily Hive. Here is the bigger picture that ties all of this together. Filing your 2025 tax return before the deadline, keeping your CRA information current, and setting up direct deposit are the 3 most effective steps to ensure uninterrupted payments throughout 2026 and beyond. Direct deposit is consistently faster, while mailed checks can take longer. If your payment does not arrive as expected, wait 5 to 10 business days before contacting the CRA. Immigration news, Canada immigration. Also, one important warning. The CRA has issued alerts about false information circulating online, claiming a new $2,000 direct deposit payment for Canadians. This is not accurate. No such payment exists. If you see something like that being shared on social media or sent to you by message, do not click any links and do not provide any personal or banking information. Scammers specifically target seniors during benefit periods. Canada immigration. The bottom line is this. The Canadian government has set up multiple layers of financial support specifically for you, and the system is designed in a way where you only collect what you actively claim and qualify for. That is why so many people end up with less than they deserve, not because the money is not there, but because no one sat them down and walked them through the full picture. Now you have that picture. Share this video with every senior in your life who needs to hear it, because in May 2026, there is real money on the line.